Actually, oh, we already saw some of this. Why do I feel like I know this name? Tom Nichols. Or is there another last name Nichols guy? The Bulwark. Is he a Bulwark dude? Not a single person could draw the US flag within 5 seconds. We totally have the best flag, guys. Oh, yeah? That's... How do you know a European flag is good? Is because a 3-year-old could doodle it? Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if we're going to ever watch you. Goodbye. Remember what I told you, Bernie and AOC are personas non gratas of the government? Because remember, these guys are politics. They have some political power, even if they can't exercise much, so nobody likes them anymore. Ooh, this is the one I needed. Thank you. Dr. King defeated racist government officials and ended segregation through disciplined nonviolent resistance. Defeating Trumpism, oligarchy, and authoritarianism requires that same level of discipline. Violent protests are counterproductive and play right into Trump's playbook. And then this is the picture response, but he completely misses the point. Remember, these are the pictures that you want. This is what powers your movement. You want pictures of the other side being mean to you. This is what you're looking for, because it makes them look bad and unhinged. What you don't want are these are pictures like this stupid fucking cringe shit. You don't want this shit. Like, people would have called these people agitators, and now they're being celebrated as like focal points, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion based on my social media feed. But like, these people need to be bullied. This guy wasn't bullied enough. He needs to be bullied. This is not good. Why are there fucking pally flags of this stupid... are these guys going to be at everything? Why are you here? Bro, this one ain't about you. I know that every protest needs to be about you guys, but please stop. Oh my God. Reporter being shot.
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA. You just shut the fuck up.
What was that guy doing? Why would you do that? He's like, wait, I can make my unit look really bad right now. That was like he's like, oh shit, let's go. Look at this guy. He's like, what? Why? Why did you do that?
Shut the fuck up.
You okay?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are you okay?
There's a 16:9 video where you can see the cop just chilling in frame the entire time. Did she cross a line or something? I don't know. Did she? Were they backing up or something?
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving
What about this guy? I mean,
them on through the heart of LA.
he was closer, no? Oh, he's on the crosswalk. True. He got her for jaywalking. Just saying. Jaywalking and Australian? Excuse me. This is my country. He shot her to warn her about the car coming. Oh, maybe that too. The real question is, why the fuck do we still have mounted police forces? Because they're badass? Probably because it's more maneuverable, would be my guess. If you have to worry about protesters shutting down streets and you're trying to go from place to place, it's probably more maneuverable to have a horse. Although, for what though? Like, are you like chasing people down on horseback?
After hours of...
No, we have a full frame. It's because horses are massive and scary? Well, that might be a true.
Standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated.
It adds aura.
LAPD moving in on horse.
Does it really though? I feel like it would add more aura if they had like a sword and shield. Or if they had like pikes. Or like a bow and arrow.
Back, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
Wait, why? I'm so confused. What is happening? Can somebody steelman this cop's state of mind? What is he doing? Wait. Destiny, he's probably shooting at someone behind her, right? I mean, even if we, like, how? Who? What?
Deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters.
He's looking.
Moving them on.
That's him, right? That's the one who shoots. He's looking around. He's just chilling.
You just shut the f*** up. You okay?
He was bored? Okay.
I'm good.
Like.
Good morning. We begin with developing news out of Los Angeles, where tensions have reached boiling point.
How did she get back to Australia so fast?
Gas and rubber bullets fired as protesters clash with police over immigration raids. Straight to US correspondent Lauren Tomasi. Lauren, what's the latest as we come to you?
Kate, this situation really unravelled about 90.
There's plenty of footage of boot bros abusing protesters doing or not doing dumb shit and getting caught as irrelevant. It's not like conservatards would change their minds if they weren't. You're not aiming just for the hardcore MAGA retards. It's about going for, like, people in the middle. It does matter.
Minutes ago, and it has been out of hand ever since. If I can just show you here the amount of riot police that are on the street. This is actually an on-ramp onto the 101 freeway in Los Angeles. We're in the heart of downtown right now, and this area has just been entirely shut down by police and by protesters. If we can just have a look over in the distance there, you can see the dark black smoke. That is coming from a vehicle that has been set alight by protesters as they move through the city here. There have been thousands of people throughout the day.
Papal? The papal authority from Rome? From the Vatican? What is she talking about? I can't understand it.
Things had been relatively on. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
You just shut the f***.
Fuck, he goes, I wonder if it was just bad trigger discipline. Like his finger was on the trigger and he raised the gun and it's a super light pull and he just shot on accident. I don't know. That's all. I have no idea. That's unhinged. That seems retarded as fuck. She should have shown up the next day in a wheelchair. It's cash out time, baby. What's the LAPD budget? Woo! I'm getting my payday. Hasan says, you were literally there at the nonviolent protests that everyone considered to be violent and unpopular, so I have no idea what this statement does other than lean into the hysteria that gives Trump enough momentum to mobilize the Marines on U.S. soil illegally. Yeah, shitting on Bernie, nice. Like, dude, I am super guilty of this, but I've been better about it over the past year because I try to verbalize it. I even did it earlier this stream where I say like, oh, all of you guys, blah, blah, but no, I have to remember that like 80% of you feel this way. You just don't talk as much. Okay. I have this issue where it seems like something is hopeless or worthless, but it's not. You just don't see the good you're doing. You only see like the loudest speakers. Like people will point to stuff like this. Like think about what Hasan is saying here. Bro, you were involved in these things, and look at what happened. They said that you were violent anyway. I plan to lead another nonviolent march tomorrow. Look, they said that you were going to do it anyway. Just so you know, MLK won. You know that, right? Like, the Civil Rights Act was passed. Like, they won. They were victorious in what they did. So is the other side always going to try to showcase you as being unhinged as possible? Of course, Hasan does it as well. He did it to me today. Hasan lied about some insane dude. I can't even believe this is actually so stupid. I almost think that it was I shouldn't even joke about this. I was gonna say, I almost think it was a DGG, like triple agent psyop. Some fucking retard shows up in my subreddit and post this. Hasan is participating in the LA riots, which were declared illegal by the federal government. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Okay, here's what you can do. Okay, so this was just going outside and literally rioting, even though the police and government have made it clear it's illegal and everyone should stop. Well, most of the rioters are masked and hiding their identities. Hasan is a known personality, easily identifiable. You can submit screenshots of him protesting against police orders to the FBI online tip here. Oh fuck, was that fake news I was reading? So it was apparently this guy's first post ever. Somebody said this guy was even posting in one of the Snark subreddits. So it turns out Hasan was using a DGG Snark account to use as proof he was being targeted. Is that true? Was he actually... Oh wait, hold on. Oh my God, I got a post from my own subreddit moderator about it. Keep yourself safe from misinformation spread about our subreddit. Hasan is participating in the LA riots, which were declared illegal by the federal government. Here's what you can do. Active in these communities. Oh, he deleted his messages before? Is that what he did? So posts on, Queeman, DGG Snark, trying to put out a little PSA about misinformation that is often spread by bad actors. We have users that actively use alts to get screenshots for other subs around the website. In this instance, someone last night posted this obvious bait, screenshotted it, and somehow it ended up pinned to another sub. Somebody told me, I don't know if we can still see the timestamps, but I think I remember reading that this guy screenshotted and reposted it to another subreddit in like 3 minutes. Is that true? Does anybody have confirmation of that? Fuck, nobody hears a thing of it. But anyway, yeah, Hasan quote tweeted this and was using this as saying that we were trying to get him arrested by the FBI or whatever. Which is funny, given that when me and Loaderbox were in the West Bank, Bad Empanada was literally tagging us and terrorist Palestinian groups to literally try to get us killed. And he did that on his main account. He didn't even need an alt to do that. But, you know, LOL, I guess. Destiny. What is
Sorry.
this?
I'm trying to leave the area. You're not letting me.
We literally watch this, but okay. Any chance that Trump is ramping up the LA stuff on purpose to divert from the Epstein stuff? No, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about the Epstein stuff. He's doing it to divert from the fucking, probably from all the losses he's taking on the immigration shit. And then on the, oh God, fuck, what was the big thing? It's not even the tariff stuff. There was something else. The Elon shit has been kind of unhinged. Oh, the bill. Yeah. That horrible fucking bill where Republicans are going back on everything. What happened to the deficit? What happened to the debt? What happened to Doge? What happened to the only fucking thing they promised us? The only thing they promised us was a cut in the debt and the deficit. And we're getting an increase in both. Seriously? Really? And you have Doge employees that make the government more efficient than they thought going in. I saw the headline for that one guy. I didn't read the article, but. Did this guy get roasted? Are y'all gonna jump me if I say using American flags at protests is actually really based in chat? LOL. I think the image of American flag waving patriots protesting for the rights of immigrants against police force is a strikingly powerful one. Yes. And I think if you want to fly Mexican flags or if you want to do other things, that's fine. I just think it should be like in conjunction with the US flag. I think that's super ultra based. If you fly just foreign flags in a protest where conservatives are accusing foreign invaders of taking over the state, I'm not sure if you could play into their conspiracy theories any better than that. Destiny, regarding these photos power your movement comment, how do you square that with Republicans spinning it so that J6ers are now seen as victims? These people were photographed storming the Capitol and were rallied behind. One of the things that they fight on but look at what they do, right? Look at the difference. Honest to God, I feel like, dude, please God, if you haven't, I'm not going to watch it again on stream. I highly recommend, if you care about like political organizing or if you want to be politically effective or whatever, I was so shocked watching this. This is probably just the best video I've ever seen in terms of understanding the political landscape of the United States.
Okay.
Not this one. Charlie Kirk, talking to Gavin Newsom, he's just, I didn't think he was like a fucking retard, but he is so politically astute. He is so politics minded. This guy is so smart. Holy fuck, he's so smart. There's so much great advice in this video. Like if every Democrat operative was forced to watch this, it's like, okay, we're going to listen to Charlie Kirk. Dude, the Democrats would fucking 180 on how politically ineffective they are. And it would be insane. So this is the first thing, number one. Number two, again, think about the difference. When you talk about J6, and then you talk about leftists. You said in J6, Destiny, isn't the picture thing important? What do the J6ers emphasize? When you talk to an average J6er, right, what do they say? Ashley Babbitt wasn't a hero climbing through the window to go and confront a corrupt government. Ashley Babbitt was standing back against the wall when she got shot. That was a peaceful protester. The images and videos that you've seen, fake and gay. The images and videos that Tucker Carlson showed on Fox News of the cops peacefully leading them around, true and based, right? It was a bunch of peaceful protesters. Here's a million pictures of them gathering peacefully. Here's pictures of the cops hitting them and being, look at how they play the propaganda, right? Hamas does the same thing, right? Hamas will show you an unlimited number of pictures of dead babies, of people getting their heads blown off, of limbs laying everywhere to show you the violence. Like that's what they celebrate. Like that's how they do propaganda. But the left does it or the radical left does it in exactly the, I'm loading so much of this. So I'm saying the radical left does it in exactly the wrong way, but I would be incorrect in stating that. The radical left does it in exactly the right way, but their goal is to farm social credit. They're doing it well for what their goals are. Just don't be tricked into believing that their goals are the securing of political power. That's not what they're after. So they're doing the right thing insofar as their mission is securing political power. But the problem is they're LARPing with their social credit as getting political clout and credit. And that's not the same thing. It's not. It's very frustrating to see people confuse that. It's a very, 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 very different thing. Any guesses as to how Newsom being arrested would play out? Trump said he would arrest him if he was Tom Holland. There is no world, please don't let this be a bad quote for me. There's no world where Newsom gets arrested. It would just be such a bad look for Trump. I just can't see it happening. But Trump is also fucking retarded, so. I'm gonna try my best not to go on vacation for the next 2 weeks so it doesn't happen. Would you say that their goal is the inverse of being politically effective? I wouldn't say it's the inverse. It's just, it's not correlated or related to that at all.
Can't get the fucking dumbass. Hopefully one day we'll see the largest political commentator Asmongold out here in the streets, you know, for protesting for, I don't know, making anime titties larger or some shit. Oh my God, I got the sticker. A cause that I'm also on board with, by the way.
You don't think Trump just framing Newsom as letting the Mexican flag dudes go hog wild on LA, justifying his arrest, would convince voters? That's just a step. A sitting president arresting a governor, that's a step that's really far in a bad direction. I think you'd lose a few people on the outer perimeter of your coalition doing that. Also, I think the Trumps need to be a little bit careful right now because they potentially just axed an unknown number of people from their movement over this Elon stuff. We have yet to see what the political fallout will look like from that. What are the preventative measures that the U.S. has against incompetent presidents? It feels so fucking stupid that American democracy can be readily toppled by a babbling retard who only got there because of the collective IQ of the population dropped 15 points. The president of the United States is there right now because he won the electoral vote, and he even won the popular vote. The problem is not the system. We've got an easy mechanism for removing a president who's behaving as he does, and it's called impeachment. It's an amazing mechanism that's built right into our Constitution. So the mechanism and the system is not the problem. The problem is the people. The people wanted him there, and they put him there. And broadly speaking, he still enjoys a decent amount of support from the American population. I don't know if you read my last question, but I get the feeling that Dems have historically not really championed amnesty policy. Why not? I felt like the last president who pushed for it was George W. Bush Jr. Because the Dems are weak when it comes to immigration. They won't take a strong position on it. You can have a strong position on immigration. Amnesty for everybody, make it easier to get into this country legally, and up the penalty for being here illegally 100 times, right? If you get caught here illegally, then you're deported and you're never allowed back for the rest of your fucking life, right? Do something crazy like that. Or if you're caught here illegally, you're fined and you whatever the fuck, up the penalty a fuck ton, give amnesty for the people that are here, right? Because we need people here. We want people here that are going to work. We want people that want to contribute to the American project. We want to make it easier for people to get into this country so we don't incentivize so much illegal immigration, but we also want to enforce our borders, and if you break the laws, you should be punished for it. But Democrats are so scared to take a strong position on anything. You have to have this cucked position of hating ICE or hating anything having to do with immigration or border enforcement, which is cucked. That's stupid. No, we should have strong borders. You should know who's coming into the country and who's here illegally or illegally. That's an important thing. But Democrats are too scared. I don't know why. They're held captive by the non-voting portion of their base. They're so scared of it. It's so stupid.
Can't get the fucking dumbass take that Asmongold had out of my mind. It was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Being like, oh, if you ever see protests where there's other countries' flags being waved, you know you're in America. It's like, yeah, dumbass, it's a diverse country. You know? Also, not much to feel proud about right here. Yeah.
Explain for a non-American, how did Obama do it without drama? Because Democrats try to govern. Look at all the legislation that Biden passed. Love him or hate him. Most of the progressives admitted, Majority Report people and everything, I think most people admitted, even after, they're like, okay, I gotta give it to him. Biden was way the fuck more effective than I thought he would be. Everybody has to admit that.
Considering this endless police militarization as a reaction to people protesting. Can't get the fucking country. You know? Being waved, you know you're in America. It's like, yeah, dumbass, it's a diverse country. You know? Also, not much to feel proud about right here. Yeah.
Think about how gross that is. I keep forgetting, he was born in America, right? But his parents, or whatever, like Turkish immigrants, Turkish American people here on the street, broadcasting to 30 or 40,000 other people worldwide watching. People protesting the federal government. It's a beautiful thing. What do you mean, not much to be proud of here? Bro, come on, seriously? Regardless of your feelings and everything, if you could take a step back and take a deep breath and just kind of look at the macro of everything. We're getting on the ground footage live because of the combination of so many different American technologies and companies and everything else, and the different people that are here. Yeah, I don't know. There's cool things about this country. How many other countries could stuff like this conceivably take place in? At this point, probably a few Western countries, sure, but I feel like it's a pretty uniquely American thing. I don't know. U.S. military to deploy about 700 Marines to Los Angeles temporarily until National Guard troops arrive. Somebody said this is already happening. I'm catching up on tweets and stuff. I don't know if it's already happened or not. What's amazing when I talk to immigrants I've worked with, from when I worked in a dish room, summer construction jobs, or now as a software dev, every single one of them sees the U.S. as a land of milk and honey. Yeah, I mean, like, and again, I wish, like, if you could just own stronger positions on the left and stop being so weak and spineless against your further left people, like, just say fuck them and move. You can inhabit such stronger positions. Like, you should be annihilating Republicans that are talking about illegal immigrants who just want to come to the United States to, like, steal and rape. And, like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. What is this? Are we in some post-apocalyptic fucking hellhole? I thought America was supposed to be the land of opportunity. People come here because they want to work. People come here because living as a shitty illegal immigrant who's being ripped off by your boss and paid under the table is still 10 times better and worth the entire journey to this country than wherever they came from. Like, in a weird way, it's a beautiful thing. Like, you should be proud of that. The idea that why the fuck is anybody coming here? Because they just want to sell drugs and rape people. It's like, bro, come on, seriously? That's the only reason anybody want to come to this country for? That's a wild statement. That's a wild statement to make. Remember, hypocrisy statements don't really work because these people have no values, but... Oh, wait. Real quick. What was this guy? I'm sick of seeing these lib takes that it's got some sort of protective power, like showing a crucifix to a vampire. It's an idea for challenging the conservative imagery of what we protest for. It's not the end-all, be-all of resistance. It's not some easy fix for everything that's happening to us. It's one of many things that could help the optics of all. I don't care if they would, but seeing it instantly makes me think they're like a bad guy. Or they're likely a bad guy. Jesus.
I promised 4 years ago at the Republican convention, I'm going to restore law and order
and
in this
I
country.
have. Except in Democrat-run cities. Look, we have laws. We have to go by the laws. We can't move in the National Guard. I can call insurrection, but there's no reason to ever do that, even in a Portland case. We can't call in the National Guard unless we're requested by a governor.
I promise.
Oh, so he does know. Also, think about how confident you are in what you're doing. Think about how confident you are in what you're doing if you have to deploy the National Guard. If you truly believe that illegal immigrants are parasites that are destroying the blood of this country, that are ruining everything about the U.S., then fuck it. Then say, fine, California, you want to keep your illegal immigrants? They're horrible for you. Keep them. Fuck it. Then we won't deport people from there. We'll go work on other states that actually want us there. And then watch California burn. If that's really what you want, then let them do it, right? If you're so confident in your policies, you're so confident that illegal immigrants are so fucking horrible for all the states and communities they inhabit, then just let them fucking, raise California to the ground. Why not? Right? It says something about your position if you feel the need to enforce it this way. Despite losing all my righty friends in the past year, I still ultimately believe that illegal immigrants need to be deported. Is there even an argument for just not enforcing immigration policy? All the lefties I follow just straight up don't care about enforcing. It's a pragmatic argument you have to make at this point. Like, you're never deporting 13, 14, 15 million people. It's just not happening. It would literally make life worse for everybody for no reason, for no real reason. Like, a path to citizenship or documentation, or at least a path to a LPR green card holder, like lawful permanent resident status, it would be better for literally everybody. It would be better on like almost every single level. If you're wondering why people are flying Mexican flags, it's because the new popular line is that California is and was Mexican soil, so Mexicans have a right to be there. I hope not. That would be cringe as fuck. Oh, God. I was about to ban you for linking like random tweets with no engagement. I am in Mexico. 242,000 likes. Russia and China are salivating. Jesus. Americans when the former Mexican territory got Mexicans in it. Yeah, I know. The irony of Mexico being just as much of a colonialist state as the U.S. Doesn't matter, brown people. It's time to ban third world immigration, legal or illegal. We've reached our limit, and we have a huge cultural, educational, housing, financial, and essential services problem to fix now because of it. We need a net zero immigration moratorium with a ban on all third worlders. What is that? What do they even mean when they say it? Do you know what the third world is? I don't know if people even know what the third world is. The first world was supposed to be, it's not just NATO. Is it just NATO? And then the second world was supposed to be the Soviet communist side of things. And then the third world were basically, I think, non-aligned states. When they say third world here, do they just mean poor countries? I'm guessing that's what they mean, right? I don't know. Just say brown people. Mask off, bro. Get the darkies out. Honest to God, let's make this compromise, okay? Donald Trump steps down as president in the midterms if they have a horrible loss, and we will pay Donald Trump a salary, $5 million a year, but he is required to go to a university and just teach history courses with no guidelines once a week. I would pay so much money to listen to Donald Trump explain world history to me. I would absolutely love that course. I would take every class.
I think, important moment for this country. 2 weeks ago I was calling people and back and forth with leaders, including President Putin, including French president, including lots of different people. And all of them said, we're celebrating victory in World War II. And I said, wow, isn't that amazing? We're the only one that wasn't celebrating, and we're the one that won the war. Now, Russia did help. They did.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm sorry, I have to.
I think, important moment for this country. 2 weeks ago I was calling people and back and forth with leaders, including President Putin, including French president, including lots of different people. Mm-hmm. And all of them said, we're celebrating victory in World War II. And I said, wow, isn't that amazing? We're the only one that wasn't celebrating, and we're the one that won the war. Now, Russia did help. They did lose 51 million people, in all fairness. People would say, oh, he's sticking up for Russia. No, they lost 51 million people. And, we can't forget that. But France was celebrating. And, as you know, Hitler made a speech at the Eiffel Tower. But when I spoke to President Macron, he said, oh, we are celebrating the great victory of World War II. And I think that's great that he was doing it. But we're the one that won it, and we weren't celebrating. I said to myself, isn't that crazy?
Wait.
And I think it's time for us to...
Hold on, I legitimately don't know. Didn't Hitler kill himself before? Or did he surrender and then kill himself? April 30th, 1945. When was Victory Day, World War II? May 8th? No, wait. Okay, May of 1945. Wait, what is he? Is he referencing a different speech? Wait, what is he talking about? Or did I misunderstand him? Is he saying that Hitler gave a speech when Germany surrendered, or am I just or when World War II ended? Am I misunderstanding this? I'm sorry.
Was celebrating, and as you know, Hitler made a speech at the Eiffel Tower. But when I spoke to President Macron, he said, "Oh, we are celebrating the great victory of World War II."
He's just taking when the Nazis conquered Paris, I guess. Okay, I don't know. Sorry, it's hard to follow his train of thought sometimes.
And I think that's great that he was doing it. But we're the one that won it, and we weren't celebrating. I said to myself, isn't that crazy? And I think it's time for us to celebrate a little bit. You know, we've had a lot of victories. We won 2 world wars, and then we go out and change the name of the forts where we won the wars. You go out, we win world wars from Fort Robert E. Lee, from Fort Bragg, from all the different forts. And what do? We change the name of the forts because we want to be politically correct. So a lot of them were changing back. You probably noticed Fort Bragg and others. But I think it's a time to celebrate our military. You know, we've rebuilt our military largely.
Oh, we did? Already? Wow, in 6 months since he took office, we've already rebuilt the whole military. I must have missed it, but cool, awesome. How many ships have we? I thought didn't he obsess over the making ships? So have we made them all already?
Low on ammunition. That's because it goes out very fast to other countries, one in particular, but we'll get that back very quickly. But we have a military the likes of which nobody has. Nobody comes close. We have the best equipment in the world. We make the best equipment in the world. There's no military like our military. We showed that with ISIS. I was told by the television generals it would take 4 years to win, and we did it in 3 weeks. And it was headed by General Raisin Kane, who's now the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He's great. Just left him.
Okay. Why? It seems like we don't really celebrate that much in the United States. Why not? Or does it coincide with another U.S. holiday? Like, when is Memorial Day? USA is May 26, 2025. I don't know why I'm saying the year. Fuck it, I guess. You guys like Hitler too much? You guys have Halloween? It's true. I think it's because we were still fighting in the Pacific and Europe wasn't. Oh, actually, maybe. But did we celebrate like the surrender of Japan that much? I feel like we don't have any big holidays associated with World War II. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Bro, this quote, watching Trump interact with other world leaders has got to be so fucking wild. I feel like people in Europe probably just don't believe it. Like, there must be Germans or whatever that are looking at the teleprompter and then they kind of like laugh and they're like, oh my God, like, look, the translation fucked up or whatever. Like, it sounded like the American president. But if you read the subtitles, it sounds like the American president is asking the German chancellor if he's mad that they killed Hitler. Like, isn't that kind of funny? Like, yeah, like people must think that all the time or something, right? Like, there's
June 6th, tomorrow. This is D-Day anniversary, when the Americans once ended a war in Europe. And I think this is in your hand in specific, in ours.
That was not a pleasant day for you?
No, that was not a pleasant.
This was not a great day.
In the long run, Mr. President, this was the liberation of my country from Nazi dictatorship.
That's true.
Like, does he think all Germans are Nazis and they just like continually live under the thumb of European oppression, keeping them from killing it? Like, oh my God, I don't know, bro. I just think it's fucking hilarious. He just says the most off the wall shit. I don't think anything will ever top. No disrespect to my Ukrainian friends, because the Zelensky thing was a shit show. It was crazy. I'll say it's tied. Out of respect for Ukraine, I'll say it's tied. I don't know if anything will ever top the Zelensky thing, and then the South African Trump, like, bro, hold on, wait. Check this out. Check out this YouTube compilation that I've got for you. I need you to sit here in silence and watch this for 10 minutes.
There's no one genocide in South Africa.
We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yeah. South Africans occupy land. That's who we are. Honorable member, what can we drop my membership from this useless parliament? Honorable. Yes, honorable member.
It's just unreal.
To kill a revolution demands at some point there must be killing.
It's unreal.
Because the killing is part of the revolutionary act. Shoot to kill the mother, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Pa, 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 pa.
Europeans will tell us that we have nothing. They'll say, your great composers came from Europe. They'll say, Shakespeare came from Britain. But Europe will never produce something like this. You guys don't have it in you. You don't even have the capacity to dream of how epic shit like this is, okay?
The man of D-Day in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go.
This is so funny. They're so fucking awkward.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they.
You understand what this is, right? You understand what this is, right? This is real life brain rot memes. Wait, what's it called? No, wait. What's this? What's the specific meme format name? Where the guy is the binder. What's it called? Brain rot presentation. Is there not a specific name for this meme format? Oh, we got some links. Thank you. The old lady. It's this in real life. It is this. It's this in real life.
What about it?
Like it or not, if they object, they can seek refugee in America.
I don't know what this is about.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites.
Keep
right
looking.
here.
Keep looking. Okay.
Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers.
What's he
And those
talking about?
Cars are lined up.
1,000 white
bail out
farmers?
on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross.
1,000?
There's approximately and those guys killed.
People are saying apparently these burial sites weren't even from South Africa. They were from the Congo. Which is all Africa to Trump.
Those people were all killed.
Thank you. The buried ones were killed. Thank you.
Where that is, Mr. President?
What? Imagine asking Trump any question about you. He's like, do you know where that is? Trump's like, I have no fucking... You think I made this fucking meme compilation, bro?
Killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President?
No. This is my president of the United States. What, you have no idea what you're even showing him?
I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen. But don't. Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa. That's
We'll need to find out.
And then it's like, okay, we're done with the video.
Jet to be used as Air Force One.
This isn't the stupid fucking Qatari plane that they're giving him, is it? Please don't tell me that's what this is. Please tell me this is something that always sits here and it's been here for a long time. Right? Please don't tell me that's a stupid fucking Qatari plane.
What are you talking about? You know, what are you talking about? You know, you to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari
Oh, that's the plane he negotiated on from Boeing. Okay.
jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things.
That plane has been there since Lincoln. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe it's historic, my bad.
It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are a real, you know, you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you...
Okay, and now we've got the pictures that we printed out. The brain rot. They're brain rot memes. That's what he's doing. It's brain rot meme presentation.
You don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're
It
not
literally
smart enough,
is.
but for you to go
It
into
literally is the
subject
thing.
about a 5-point
Show the things. Look.
death of people. Death. Horrible death.
That was horrible.
Death. I don't know. To pick anyone, white South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all. I mean, I'll give these to you. So when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couple say that they were attacked by.
I'm sorry. Okay, this is a top Trump moment for me. And conservatives, they must not defend it. The conservatives must just not be able to talk about it. There's just nothing you can say. You got to just kind of like, you know, move on, scoot past this one. And then my one of my other favorite moments from this is when the ICJ case comes up and Trump has no clue. So as a reminder, obviously South Africa is the country that brought the Palestinian genocide case to the International Court of Justice against Israel. Trump has no idea about any of this. And then they ask him, and the South African president even tries to throw him a little bit of a hand. He tries to give him a hand. He tries to throw him some help. Where he's like, "Oh, the International Court of Justice."
Like it in your language, and it's a horrible thing that it goes on, but I think we've made big progress. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President.
No, not you.
Not you.
Right here.
Not you.
He's from South Africa. Go ahead, please.
What are you expecting on the ICJ case? Are you expecting South Africa to drop that? Is that what you...
The ICJ case. So warning, remember, when you're with Trump, you've got to do everything you can to make him look good because you want him to like you. And I'm sure that the South African guy has been informed as the same. You have to make Trump look good. So he's already like, oh, fuck, they're using abbreviations. Fuck me. I have to tell him at least. Like, ICJ?
On which case?
And he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, oh, no, he doesn't know.
The International Criminal Justice.
Okay.
I don't expect anything, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. It's they've got a case. There's a lot of anger there, tremendous anger. I don't expect anything. We'll see what happens. We'll have a ruling, and who knows what the ruling is going to mean.
He just has no idea. He has absolutely. He's ad-libbed the fuck out of that. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. All right, with that one. Jesus Christ. Breaking. U.S. official tells me the 6th round of nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran will take place either on Friday in Oslo or on Sunday in Muscat. The fuck is Muscat? The capital and most populous city of Oman. Oman reference! Damn, they stuck that capital way the fuck up there. They were like, keep us the fuck away from whatever this shit show is. We're up here in our own Gulf. The Gulf of Oman. Hell yeah. What is this?
Oh my God. You see Hasan? No, I don't see Hasan. I heard he was out there. I don't know. I think that I saw an image of it, and I think he's on like the side up the top.
Like for the history books, we need images of the police, especially federal cops, standing in opposition to people with American flags. I think that's important. It helps. Like the conservatives love that American flag shit. They showed it in their J6 stuff and they feel patriotic and like we need that. We need that.
So he's not actually going to go down there and stand in the in this area, because if he did, he'd get in trouble. Right? Like, he has no problem LARPing as a revolutionary, but actually putting it on the line, this is going to be very different, which, to be fair, he was. Well, if he was actually doing that, he should get in trouble. Like, I mean, for sure. He was, though? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go and double check. He already did? Oh, I'd have to double see and see it. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think all these people should just get arrested.
For protesting? Or are these people blocking a highway? For blocking a highway, I think it's okay. If you're blocking a highway, it's probably illegal. Keep in mind, too, that getting arrested can be the point of, like, a protest, right? That can be a highly effective form of civil disobedience. We block a highway, we all get arrested, and now we are making huge problems for the, penitentiary system. They got a lot of paperwork, people to process, it overwhelmed. Like, it's, and it's a good story, 250 protesters get arrested, all on nonviolent shit. Like, just pray that one, make sure George Lucas isn't anywhere nearby. What is this? Explain the joke, George Lucas? There was that one guy who walked out, and I guess he was just not happy with the people blocking the highway, and I think he walked out with a pistol, and he just point blank assassinated, like, was it one person or two people? Guy who shot protesters blocking highway. This guy. It's not funny. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's so fucked up. Some people apparently thought I was serious in supporting him, but this guy was just, like, pissed off. And he... Bad trigger discipline, not good. And I think he kills one or two people. Fine trigger discipline because he wanted to kill all those people anyway. Okay. Based. Gavin Newsom has been killing it on Twitter today and the day before. Good job. Whoever is running his shit, they're starting to figure it out. A lot of good tweets. We fly the American flag in America. True. He said like this. True, true, true. Why aren't there any Democrats stepping up to channel all this energy into something beneficial to Democrats? It's literally just low-hanging fruit. I don't know if anybody knows like where the party voice is or what it's even supposed to be, or people are asking me about court update stuff and I have no clue. It looks like they tried to file something twice and they fucked it up both times. So I don't know if there's anything even to be read. I'm not sure if any of this, it seems like they keep fucking up their filings. It's their side fucking up, right? I hope so. It's a reply in support of motion. If there's, it's a support of their motion. So I don't know if we even, do we have a motion pending? Let's see. The last thing was a reply or response to motion. Re-AD plaintiff's motion to compel. That was our reply, I think. Oh no, wait. Filed by Jane Doe. That was there. Reply to response to motion, and then reply. I think it's their filing. That's my guess, but It's a correction for the previous filing, so not a new thing. Oh. Okay. Wait, fuck. What was the... Control Shift. Wait. Control Shift. No, fuck. Control Shift T. Wait, what did I close? No. No. No, I'm not gonna find it. Wait, I had some tweet open with XQC looking at some video game thing. What the fuck was it? That somebody linked earlier? Oh no, wait, it was this. Oh no, wait, no, it wasn't this. I don't know what it was. Fuck me.
When you're right here, you realize.
Yo, in the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you, he doesn't believe in what he's saying. I'm sorry. I don't refuse to. If he is, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. This is just, it's just sad, really. I don't know.
Migrants are criminals, rapists, and then going after children and women. And
what do you think he would post on Twitter? What do you think he would say on stream if he came back to his Porsche on fire? Let's say he came to this in his car and it was on fire, right? And we're gonna interview him. Hey man, how do you feel about that? Not terrifying, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, it's peaceful. People are being chill. It's the bottom line. It's the profit margins, guys. Livelihood. It's whatever, guys. It's part of it. Nah, no shot. Absolutely zero,
contract, right?
zero shot. Because it's somebody else. We don't give a fuck. It's not me. I don't care. I don't care.
Right here. When you're right here, you realize.
Yo, in the.
I mean, true. There's a reason why these guys always go to other communities to do violent protests. Jesus. Hold on. Christ.
Oh, I'm buying it! Oh my god, brother, what the...
Okay. Just... Okay. Is it a Coomer bait game? Yes, my based two-sideser. Make this about both sides.
LA. Behind me are people protesting Trump's ICE raids on humans who are here illegally. And you know what? As someone who believes that we should deport all undocumented immigrants, I partially agree with them. On Friday, ICE agents raided Home Depot parking lots, clothing warehouses, and even a donut shop and arrested people suspected of being here illegally. Some of them had criminal records, some were in the country illegally and had no additional crimes. In total, about 118 people were arrested. In response, locals started to protest. Most were peaceful, and some got violent, burning cars, attacking ICE agents, and waving Mexican flags while doing so. In response, Trump declared that Newsom wasn't doing enough to quell the violence and deployed 2,000 National Guard to California. Now, as I said, I think we should deport people who are here illegally. But we can also do that humanely, because what we do matters, but how we do it matters too. Look at how much chaos this has caused. Thousands of troops, tens of thousands protested, millions spent, all to deport 118 people. There are 10 to 20 million people in the country illegally. Trump's approach doesn't even scale to 1 million, let alone tens of millions. The DHS reported it cost $17,000 to deport a single immigrant. Look, we're not all going to agree on immigration policy, but hopefully we can all agree this approach is serving no one. So what's the solution? Change the incentives instead of forcing the issue. Force should be a last resort. First, just enforce existing law. Penalize corporations for illegal labor practices. Second, give people money to leave voluntarily. Trump offered $1,000.
Is this guy you talked to a few weeks ago? Yeah. Destiny, I can only sit here and hope the Democrats actually start winning instead of repeating the same mistakes over and over each again. You just need people who are brave enough to come up and tank some hatred online from the crazies on the left and to say that these guys are not part of our coalition and then just fucking trudge through it. People need to develop some like political instincts again and start moving in the direction that they feel is right. Remember, if Donald Trump listened to the media, he would have quit his presidential run, 2 months into it back in 2016. The coming Democratic Civil War, a seemingly wonky debate about the abundance agenda, is really about power. 30 minutes, holy fuck. What's wrong with Kaizen's take? I don't know. I'm too lazy to listen to the whole thing. I didn't disagree with anything he said so far, though.
Opportunity to be able to brief the public a little.
Who are you more on the side of? The protesters who mighty have some rioters in them, or the police trying to keep order? Not a trigger question. I just want a different perspective. I think it's important to separate tools from wielders. So like I'm generally, as much as people hate me for it, even in my own community, like I'm generally pro-police, I'm generally pro-feds, I'm generally pro-ICE and everybody else. I just don't like the way that the current administration is wielding them. So I think the fixation should be on attacking the current administration and then hopefully getting policies so that we can use these agencies in ways that better serve what I would say are my interests, and I would argue are in the interests of most Americans. But that, I mean, that would be an argument you would have to have politically. I can understand people protesting the deportation of people in the U.S. I think that in a way, I think that's an effective means of protesting against the administration. It can be. It would just. I used to give the argument before for why there were no leaders in movements for like BLM, for why it was decentralized. I think that's wrong. I think it was wrong. I don't think I agree with those arguments anymore. I think you actually do need leaders. I think having leaders for these protests and leaders for these movements are very important because you need a central figure to keep you focused, and you need a central figure to negotiate against and to give like proposals and to give demands. I think that's actually a really important thing. But why do you only ever seem to criticize the crazies on the left, but you ignore the crazy fuck centrists who are willing to discard any moral ground in order to attain power? That's a really good question. I do think that I just don't ever really criticize anybody in the center, like Joe Rogan or all of the crypto tech bros that sold out to Trump, or the 50 billion different comedians that all call themselves centrists but all vote for Trump, or anybody that says, you know, I'm kind of undecided, but they all seem to, you know, break for Trump. I don't really think I criticize any of those people much at all on this stream. It's a really good point.
A little bit about what's going on and what we've been doing, and ask truly an ask for peace throughout our city. I'm joined here
16 hours ago. LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell.
Here by Gerald Woodyard, Deputy Chief from Operations West Bureau, Herman Hurtado, Commander from Professional Standards Bureau, and from Operations Central Bureau, Raul Jovel, who's also the incident commander for Central Bureau and for this incident. So I want to just take an opportunity to speak directly to the people of Los Angeles, clarify LAPD's roles in the events that have been playing out over these past couple of days. This includes our response to protests, our public safety responsibilities, and
imagine thinking that's what I'm talking about. Who are you talking about? I don't know what your political persuasion is, because if you're a lefty, then your idea of a centrist is a center-left Dem who actually wants to govern, and everybody to you that's not a fucking revolutionary socialist is a centrist. So I don't know what your position. I don't know who you're considering a centrist. I criticize the fuck out of centrist quote unquote people all the fucking time. I criticize the fuck out of people who pretend that you can be neutral in looking at the differences between this administration and the last, or looking at the differences between MAGA or the Democratic Party. I attack these people almost more than anybody else. So I have no idea what the fuck you're saying when you say, why did you ever criticize the wacky side? I don't know I have no idea what you're even talking about there.
Recent claims that you've seen made by some federal officials. Today I met with Governor Newsom, Mayor Bass, U.S. Attorney General of the Central District of California, Bill Asaley, and ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons. Let me begin. I
still don't understand the point of policing our side when the other side doesn't get punished for doing the most crazy, unhinged shit. It's because the other side doesn't get punished for it because the other side, I'm going to be repeating this a lot over the next 6 months, so, okay, get ready to be really bored of hearing this. The other side, say it, class, the other side does, say the word, politics. Okay, one of you got it. Wow, the rest of you fail. The other side is doing politics, and our side online is not doing politics. That's why they keep winning over and over and over again.
By reaffirming a core principle, the LAPD supports and protects the First Amendment right to free speech. In recent days, many protests across the city have been peaceful, and we thank the community for expressing their views and their frustration in a responsible manner. However, when peaceful demonstrations devolve into acts of vandalism or violence, especially violence directed at innocent people, law enforcement officers, and others, we must respond firmly. An act of violence, whether toward officers, demonstrators, or the public, will be met with swift and lawful action. Our goal is to maintain order without escalating conflict and to protect everybody's right to safety. Recent public statements have misrepresented LAPD's action from an incident the other night. Specifically, there was a claim that LAPD delayed responding to a federal officer's request for assistance by more than 2 hours. When we heard that, I think anybody who's a police officer couldn't believe it, and certainly anyone with LAPD couldn't imagine how that would happen. Well, it didn't happen, and I just want to go into that just a little bit. LAPD was not given advance notice that the federal operations would occur in that area. As a result, we were not pre-positioned to respond immediately to unrest related to those actions. Once the call for assistance came in, LAPD responded within 38 minutes, and that sounds like a long time, but I'll tell you why that is. The response was impacted by traffic, crowd density in the area with unrest occurring, hazardous conditions caused by tear gas that was previously deployed by federal agents at that location. Many of our officers, because it was put together in a mobile field force configuration without advance notice, were not equipped with gas masks. But despite these challenges, we moved in quickly and as safely as possible. At no point did LAPD ignore or intentionally delay any request for help. I also want to be unequivocally clear. The Los Angeles Police Department does not participate in or coordinate with Immigration and Customs Enforcement on civil immigration enforcement. We've said this over and over again, and I can't stress it enough for the people in our community who have high levels of anxiety about this issue, that we want everybody to believe and be able to call the LAPD in time of need if they've been a victim of a crime or a witness to a crime. We need that. Otherwise, the system does not work. That has been our policy and remains our...
These must be some crazy, like, horses. These guys must be trained. Like, look at these horses. They get, like, flashbanged, and then they just come right back? Holy fuck.
Issue that we want everybody to believe
accidentally
and
drop
be able to call the LAPD
was that from a
in time of
protester?
need if they've been a victim of a crime or a witness to a crime. We need that. Otherwise, the system does not work. That has been our policy and remains our policy, and it went into effect in 1979. So 46 years ago, that's been the way we do business. On the other hand, however, when a law enforcement agency, any agency, requests emergency assistance to protect lives, we are obligated to respond, and we do. Public safety is our duty, and we will answer every legitimate call for help from anyone. We recognize that immigration enforcement operations can cause a deep fear and anxiety, particularly in immigrant communities. That's why we're committed to transparency, accountability, and treating every Angelino with respect, regardless of their immigration status. Our job is not to divide communities or politicize law enforcement. Our job is simply to keep everyone safe. I want to express my sincere appreciation to all of our officers and partner agencies for their dedication and professionalism during these very challenging times. Their commitment to upholding the law, even in the face of hostility, is a reflection of the values that we stand for. We're working together to keep everyone safe, our officers and the public alike, and this remains our top priority. We'll continue to support peaceful protests and enforce the law when criminal acts occur. The LAPD remains focused on its core mission.
I'm talking about the moderate Dem consultants who are willing to jettison any moral center on the grounds that it polls poorly. What does this shit accomplish other than shrinking the coalition and the... Oh, okay, yeah, so you are a revolutionary person. Those are the people that we need to listen to more. I'm sorry. The small dollar dono people are extremist radical lunatics. Maybe it's time to listen to the special interests and the consultant class. Maybe we need to listen to, like, what do you guys think about things? Because clearly the radical crazy fucking dipshits that all used to support Bernie and AOC, but now they fucking hate them, who the only thing they think about every single day when they wake up is whether or not they want to post about Palestine today or kill themselves. Like, we don't need to listen to these people anymore. They're not politically effective. We've lost over and over and over again, and the political coalitions that have tried to ride on the backs of these people have lost over and over and over again. They're just not politically effective. Like, fuck them. Like, and then you have this whole center-left base that's just being ignored, or it feels like it at least. They're not ignoring them like legislatively, but it feels like it. Like, if you're a center-left Dem, like, what the fuck is that? What does the Democratic Party say to you, or what is the messaging? I don't know. I feel like it's always like responding to conservative attacks on the most unhinged parts, or talking about some whatever shit. I like, what do you get? It feels like, and you're the majority of the base. Like, you are the base of the party.
To protect lives, safeguard constitutional rights, and serve every neighborhood in Los Angeles with integrity. Let me open it up now for any questions you might have or any points that we can clarify.
Chief, the governor made a very strong statement that he didn't believe the Trump administration needed to activate those National Guard to take control.
The people just lost the last fucking election, Destiny, as opposed to who? Bernie Sanders, who got fucking obliterated every primary that he ran in, or all of your little progressive people who can't get elected literally fucking anywhere? Like, what do you mean? Like, who are you advocating for? Fucking Nina Turner or fucking who? Like, who? What do you mean? I'm sorry, nobody likes progressive shit. Nobody does. Nobody likes it. The only people that would support you come from families that are too rich to ever support you. So it's like none of it matters. Sorry. Like, your shit is done. Nobody gives a fuck. All right, go to Russia and do another revolution there. Nobody cares about your shit. You're irrelevant. You know what? Just for that, suffer. I am making you guys watch this again. You guys need to watch this and learn something. I need you to carry it forward. Okay? Listen to Charlie Kirk. Listen to him. This is like a masterclass in, you could only be so lucky. I don't know why the fuck he agreed to do this. Probably because he doesn't think anybody on the left would even listen, okay? How lucky could you possibly be that your political enemy gives you an exact fucking blueprint for how they're able to navigate and manipulate the political terrain so fucking well? It's called Turning Point USA. How many members, Turning Point USA? Over 200, oh my God, that's disgusting. And at the same time, they're claiming that we've infiltrated all the schools. Over 250,000 student members with over 450 full and part-time staff. A presence in over 3,500 high schools and college campuses nationwide. God damn.